Hi everybody, I'm Nachi Shea, and I am starting this channel as an experiment. I am really passionate about what I do. I love my job. I love talking about it. And frankly, my son and my husband just don't want to hear it anymore. So I figured it might be a good idea to put this out there and see if anybody else wants to hear me out. I bet there are people out there who are interested in some of the topics we're going to discuss. You may have some questions, you may have some insight. So I figured I'd put it out there and see what happens. For those of you who know me, I am an insurance agent or risk management consultant, I guess would be a fancier term for it. But it is my job to talk to companies and understand what they do, how they do it, and pretty much what could prevent them from doing that. And then what I do is I put together a program that's going to protect them, to keep them doing what they do. And if they are prevented from doing that, that there is another source of income or something that's going to replenish the loss associated with the event that stopped them in the first place. So a little background, I have been in insurance a little bit most of my adulthood life. I used to be in the personal lines kind of side of the business, things like your home insurance, your auto, boat, all of that, and not so much in the business world. But at one point, I decided to break off and open my own business. I've always also been really into the restaurant and the bar business. I've always worked in that industry part-time and always dreamed of having my own place. So I decided to finally take a chance and take everything I had and invest it into a small dessert bar in town that had live music, desserts, liquor, I mean the whole 9 yards. It was a wonderful place and it was a whole lot of fun. But unfortunately, I made the mistake of not really doing all my research, not really understanding all of the business side of it. You know, I knew the restaurant industry side, I knew the food side, and I surrounded myself with people that knew even better. But I really didn't understand all about the licensing, the legal, the insurance side of it. And so I did end up losing my business, unfortunately. I ended up losing it because I had an uncovered claim. I had a claim that I didn't have the proper insurance for. And it was devastating. I lost everything. I lost my business. I lost my home. I lost absolutely everything. And it could have been prevented. And so I'm hoping that maybe this channel will be as impactful to someone, but maybe it could avoid other little mishaps along the way, or you know, just improve your knowledge about what to look for, what to expect, what to tweak about your own coverage, because it affects all of us, right? We all have insurance one way or another. You either rent a place, or you own a home or a car, or you have a job and you have employee benefits through that, or you manage a business for someone, or you own your own business. No matter what, insurance is in our lives. It's what helps us continue to do what we do in the time that would have stopped us. And so I think it's very important. I figured we'll start today with the absolute most basic concept, and hopefully each week we can dive in a little bit more and learn more and more. If this turns out to be a good idea, maybe I can have some guests join me that, you know, are experts in different types of coverage, and you could learn a little bit more even that way. So the most basic concept that I want to get across today is the difference between first-party coverage and third-party coverage. And I say that because sometimes it surprises me how often people don't realize there is a difference or what the difference is. And it applies in almost all the everyday coverage that we have, especially property casualty. So the very basic concept is there is first-party coverage, which protects me, the policyholder, and there is third-party coverage, which is meant to protect others. Still protects me because obviously it's protecting others when they come after me or file a claim against me or have a lawsuit against me. But just understand that there's things that are supposed to replenish me, rebuild or restore what I have, and then something that's meant to do the same for someone else. So for example, if you look at your homeowner's policy, you have coverage for physical damage done to your property. If there's a fire, your house will be rebuilt. Or if a branch falls on your deck will be repaired. But there's also third-party coverage, which is the liability portion of it, so that if someone's injured in your property, then they would be taken care of and their hospital bills will be covered, or they would be made whole in other ways. That is also applicable in auto. Your auto policy has different lines of coverage that's going to be meant for personal, like first-party coverage, and others that are third-party. An example would be collision. Collision coverage is a first-party coverage. When I crash my car, they will repair my car. A third-party coverage there would also be liability in the form of property damage. If I crash my car into your car, now the property damage liability aspect of it, which is a third-party coverage, is going to fix your car. So many a times there could be one claim that triggers both first party and third party. Like I said, one car crashing into another, and other times it could trigger just one. So it is really, really important to know the difference between these items. And again, these items apply to on commercial insurance, business insurance, your boat insurance, anything like that will have the two different aspects of it, or could have the two different aspects of it, the first party, third party. And I find it extremely important because I think it is fair to want to save money in insurance and do so by making changes to those first party coverages, right? Because that's really my coverage, my decision. I know how much risk I'm willing to take. If I want to save on my auto insurance, I can decide to increase my deductible from $500 to $2,500. That's my personal decision because it's a risk that I'm willing to take. And I think that's okay. I don't think it is such a great idea to do the same on a third-party coverage that's meant to protect for someone else. So for example, in order to save money on my auto insurance, let me reduce my liability down to the bare minimum allowed in my state. Again, it's still your choice because ultimately, even though it's third-party coverage, it is protecting you from a claim made by them or protecting you from a lawsuit or anything like that. But ultimately, it's still coverage that's third party that's protecting someone else. I wouldn't mess with it. I would focus on finding ways to save money if you're looking to save money on your insurance on those first party coverages. Okay, and that's the same across the board, whether it's your homeowners, your auto, your boat, motorcycle, whatever it is you have. Keep that in mind when you're looking at your policy. If you don't know or don't understand, please reach out to your broker. And also please keep in mind too, this whole thing and this whole experiment is really meant for entertainment only. We're here to talk, discuss, learn, but I am not here advising you to make any changes, to tweak anything on your policy. Please reach out to your broker or your agent and ask those questions and sit down with them and discuss it. But I do also want to share this information because, we have so much access now. People can go online and buy coverage direct from a carrier, a carrier to consumer. And many times I know that people are going online and they're clicking all these buttons to just get that premium down to as low as they're comfortable or where they want it to be. And they might not really understand exactly what are the things that they're giving up for that premium. All right. Hopefully you did pick up a little something there. I am going to be back next week, depending on some of the feedback I get. So please, if you are looking forward to learning a little bit more, hit like, subscribe, share, I don't know, whatever it is that you people do so that we get the word out there and we get the conversation going so I can talk to you guys as I can't talk to anybody at home. Thank you. Bye.